A very good morning to all students. Once again, we are coming to introduce a new topic of class 11th accountancy. And you know very well, in the last few videos, we discussed a very important chapter of class 11th accountancy, that is bills of exchange. And you know very well, there are basically two situations which are related to the bills of exchange. The first one is the honor of the bill. Honor of a bill is a situation when drawee paid the bill's amount on the due date, and in this situation you can see that there are basically four options which are given to the drawer or holder of the bill. The first one is when drawer retain the bill till the due date. Number two, when drawer discount the bill from the bank. Number third, when drawer endorse the bill to the endorsee. And number four, when he send the bill to bank for collection. And thereafter, in the last video, we discussed the next topic, the next part of this chapter, that is dishonor of the bill. What is the meaning of dishonor of the bill? You know very well. Dishonor of the bill is a situation when drawee does not met the bill, does not pay the amount of the bill on due date. It means यानी जब drawee due date पर bills का payment नहीं करता तो उसे हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? That is dishonor of the bill. And you know very well, in this situation, the holder of the bill, जो भी बिल का होल्डर होता है, who paid the noting charges, and he recovers the noting charges from the drawee. In the first situation, you know very well, when drawer retain the bill till the due date. In this situation, drawer have a responsibility to notify the bill from the notary public and pay the noting charges. And at last, he recovers the noting charges from the drawer. The second condition, when he discount the bill from the bank. So in this situation, bank have a responsibility to noting the bill and pay the noting charges. And it recovered the bill's amount as well as noting charges amount from the drawer, and at last drawer recovered from the drawee. Thereafter, you know very well, the third situation, when drawer endorse the bill to the endorsee. So in this situation, endorsee have a responsibility to pay the noting charges and recovered from the drawer, and ultimately drawer recovered from the drawee at last. In the fourth situation, you know very well, when drawer send the bill to the bank for collection. So in this situation, bank have a responsibility who retain the bill till the due date for the collection. But on the due date, when drawer does not pay the bill's amount on due date, in this situation, banks have a responsibility to pay the noting charges and recovered from the drawer, and thereafter drawer recovered from the drawee. So in the last video, you know very well, the noting charges will be paid by the holder of the bill in a different situation, but ultimately the noting charges will be recovered from the drawee itself. So if we are talking about the dishonor of the bill and their journal entries, so in the last video we also see that the very good presentation, the tabulation in which we see that how drawer and drawee record the incident related to the dishonor of the bill. And also we solved in the last video the one of the practical problem. So in this video, we take another numerical problem related to the bills of exchange, dishonor of the bill. And in this, from the help of this practical problem, we have to create a better understanding regarding the dishonor of the bill, regarding the journal entry related to the dishonor of the bill in the different condition. So we take one practical problem to create a better understanding of this topic. So let's start. As you can see that the illustration on your screen, that is on 1st January 2014, Saiba sold goods to Vishal for 10,000 and drew upon a bill for exchange for 2 months. यानी साइबा ने गुड सोल्ड किया विशाल को और उसने एक बिल भी उस पर ड्रॉन अप किया. विशाल एक्सेप्टेड द बिल एंड रिटर्न इट टू साइबा. विशाल ने बिल को एक्सेप्ट किया और रिटर्न कर दिया किसको? साइबा को. ऑन द डेट ऑफ मैच्योरिटी द बिल वाज डिसऑनर्ड बाय विशाल. ड्यू डेट आया, विशाल ने बिल को क्या कर दिया? डिसऑनर कर दिया. इट मींस ही डज नॉट मेक द पेमेंट रिगार्डिंग द बिल ऑन द ड्यू डेट. Record the necessary journal entries in all the cases listed below in the books of Saiba and Vishal. आपको journal entry पास करनी है in the both of the books, that is Saiba की बुक में भी एंट्री करनी है and विशाल की बुक में भी एंट्री करनी है. सो यू नो वेरी वेल, विशाल के में कोई एंट्री नहीं होगी। विशाल में तो एक नॉर्मल एंट्री होती है, यू नो वेरी वेल, पहले गुड्स परचेस करने का, फिर उसके बाद बिल को एक्सेप्ट करने का, और एट लास्ट ड्यू डेट पे बिल के डिसऑनर का, बिकॉज ही डज नॉट मेक द पेमेंट ऑन द ड्यू डेट. So there are basically three cases, three entries which are passed in the books of the Vishal, because Vishal is a drawing. Because Vishal के ऊपर कोई इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ता कि साइबा उस बिल को क्या करती है. But you know very well there are different situation. The first one is when the bill is kept by Saiba till its maturity, यानी जब बिल को साइबा ड्यू डेट तक रखती है अपने पास. नंबर टू, when the bill is discounted by Saiba for ₹200, यानी दूसरा कंडीशन है जब साइबा बिल को डिस्काउंट करा ले 200 रुपए से बैंक से. नंबर थर्ड, when bill is endorsed to large chunk by Saiba, उस बिल को एंडोर्स कर दे साइबा. And number four, when the bill is sent to bank for collection and noting charges were ₹100. So you know very well how Saiba and how Vishal record these transactions in our books. So one by one I will present the solution of this question very shortly, because you know very well इस क्वेश्चन को समझने से ज्यादा जरूरत यह है कि इस क्वेश्चन को कैसे सॉल्व करना है, कैसे इसको प्रेजेंट करना है इन योर कॉपी. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. So let's we take the solution of this question. First of all, I want to talking about the cases. Number second, I want to talking about the journal entries in the books of Saiba. And who's Saiba? Saiba is a drawer. Okay. And number third one is a Vishal. Who's Vishal? Vishal is a drawer. So how Saiba and how Vishal record these transactions in his book, in her book. So let's see. The first one you know very well, on sale of purchase of goods. Goods sale and purchase of goods. The first entry which are related to the goods sold and purchased by the Saiba as well as by the Vishal. So you know very well in this situation, Saiba sold the goods on 1st January 2014. Saiba ने goods sold कर दिया. कब sold किया? On 1st January 2014. So Saiba passed the journal entry 2014 January 1. Vishal account debit to sales. And what is the amount of sales? That is 10,000. So the first entry will be passed in the books of Saiba, that is Vishal account debit to sales. And Vishal की book में क्या entry होगा? Vishal ने goods को purchase किया होगा. So the entry will be in the books of Vishal, that is purchase account debit to Saiba. That is 10,000 and 10,000. And thereafter you know very well bill accept हुआ and accept हुआ. Bill drawn and accept. Who's the acceptor of the bill? Vishal is the acceptor of the bill. Whereas the Saiba is a drawer of the bill, means who draw the bill. On the same date you know very well Vishal ने bill को accept किया and given back to the Saiba. So the entry will be bills receivable account debit to Vishal rupees 10,000, 10,000. And Saiba for Vishal accept the bill and return back to the Saiba. So the entry will be Saiba account debit to BP, that is 10,000. ये सब चीजें आप देखा होगा आप लोगों ने. कितने मंथ्स का बिल एक्सेप्ट हुआ है, ड्रॉन हुआ है? फॉर 3 मंथ्स. 3 मंथ्स का बिल क्या हुआ होगा? ड्रॉन हुआ है अकॉर्डिंग टू द क्वेश्चन. एंड यू नो वेरी वेल अकॉर्डिंग टू द इंफॉर्मेशन गिवन इन योर बुक, given in your on your question is that on the due date maturity of the bill becomes dishonor. Sorry, the bill was for 2 months. 2 months का bill है. So what is the due date of the bill? That is January 1 से 2 months. तो February 1, March 1. March 1 में 3 days और ऐड करेंगे तो क्या जाएगा? March 4. So on the March 4 ड्रॉवर ने विशाल ने क्या किया? बिल डिसऑनर कर दिया. एंड यू नो वेरी वेल व्हाट इज द एंट्री रिगार्डिंग द डिसऑनर ऑफ द बिल इन ईच एंड एवरी केसेस. that is bills payable account debit, noting charges account debit to SIBA. So what is the amount of bill? That is 10,000 according to the quotient, as well as what is the amount of the noting charges. What is the amount of noting charges? The amount of noting charges will be, according to the quotient, will be, yes, good, that is 100. So the total amount paid to the SIBA, that is 10,100 by the Vishal to the SIBA. And you know very well, these entry will be passed in each and every cases. As you can see that the different cases. The different cases are related to this question. That is, the first case is when the bill is kept by the SIBA till its maturity. So the third entry, when she retained the bill till ड्यू डेट. सो द फर्स्ट सिचुएशन इज जब साइबा क्या करती है, बिल को अपने पास रिटेन करती है. सो इन दिस सिचुएशन यू नो वेरी वेल व्हाट इज द एंट्रीज ऑन March 4 2014. The entry will be Vishal account debit to bills receivable to cash. So what is the amount of bill? That is 10,000. What is the amount of noting charges? That is 100. So total amount received from the Vishal, that is 10,100. And you can see that साइबा को कितना देना है 10,100 और साइबा को विशाल से कितना लेना है 10,100. So दोनों में बातें सही चल रही है. Yes sir, दोनों में सही चल रही है. So this is the first situation when she retained the bill till the due date. And now we will talking about the second case. So the second case which are given, so this is a cases, this is a entries case wise. So this is the first case, you know very well. What is the first case? When he retained the bill till the due date. Number second will be when the bill is discounted by SIBA for 200. So अगर ये bill को discount करा ले, when she discounted the bill from बैंक. इट मीन्स जब साइबा ने बिल को क्या करा लिया होगा, बैंक से डिस्काउंट करा लिया होगा. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू नो वेरी वेल व्हाट इज द एंट्री. द एंट्री विल बी ऑन January 1 2014. दैट इज बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट, डिस्काउंट अकाउंट डेबिट, क्योंकि पहले बिल को डिस्काउंट एंड देयर आफ्टर तो डिसऑनर होगा, बट डिसऑनर की एंट्री तो सेम होगी. So the first entry which are related to the discounted of the bill, that is bank account debit, discount account debit to BR. So what is the amount of bill? That is 10,000. What is the amount of discount? According to the quotient, the amount of the discount will be 200. So 9,800 recovered from the bank. And you know very well इस entry का कोई effect नहीं पड़ता. ठीक है? So this entry will does not affected. अगर हम यहाँ केसेस की बात करें, सो केस ए में डिसऑनर की एंट्री ये होगी और विशाल के बुक में डिसऑनर की एंट्री होगी. केस 2 में पहले बिल को क्या करेंगे, डिस्काउंट कराएंगे ऑन द सेम डेट January 1 2014 एंड देयर आफ्टर यू नो वेरी वेल नो इफेक्ट ऑन द ड्रॉबी रिगार्डिंग द डिस्काउंट ऑफ द बिल. वो बिल को डिस्काउंट कराए कुछ कराए उससे कोई लेना देना नहीं. बट इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द डिसऑनर ऑफ द बिल, सो द एंट्री विल बी सेम. This entry will be passed as same as, but on the due date you know very well bill dishonored. Which types of bill will be dishonored? In case of when she discounted the bill from bank, so you know very well विशाल ने उस बिल का डिसऑनर कर दिया, साइबा के उस बिल का डिसऑनर कर दिया जो बिल उसने बैंक से क्या कराया था, डिस्काउंट कराया था. तो डिस्काउंट कराया था तो एंट्री पास किया था. अब बिल डिसऑनर हो गया तो क्या एंट्री कराएगा? सो एंट्री विल बी that is Vishal account debit to bank. So the entry will be Vishal account debit to bank. And what is the amount? That is 10,100. How 10,100? 10,000 amount for the bill and 100 for the amount for the noting charges. So these are the solution up to the when she discounted the bill from the bank. So please note down in your copy and please take a screenshot of this question firstly. Okay, so this is a solution up to the case number 2. Case number 2 is that is when the bill is discounted from the bank. So these are the solution. And now we will talking about the case number 3. What is the case number 3? Case number 3, when the bill is endorsed to Lalchand. So now we will move to the case number 3. For the clarification of the case number 3, I want to take some space from the board. And you know very well what is the general entry will be passed here. Case number 3 will be a, and what is general entry this? You know very well. At the time of dishonor of the bill, the entry will be bills payable account debit, noting charges account debit to Saiva. 10,000 amount of the bill and 100 noting charges, and total amount paid to Saiva is 10,100. And this is no entry, no effect regarding the discount of the bill, but this entry will be related to the dishonor of the bill. You know very well, डिसऑनर की एंट्री तो उसकी हर सिचुएशन में सेम रहेगी, चाहे वो बिल को डिस्काउंट करा ले, चाहे वो बिल को एंडोर्स कर दे, चाहे कलेक्शन. यही तो मैं बार बार बताने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं. The third situation, as you can see that on your screen, the third situation will be when the bill is dishonored, when bill is endorsed to Lalchand. The third condition will be when she endorsed the bill to, किसको endorse कर रहे हैं? That is Lalchand. Okay, so the third situation will be when she endorsed the bill to Lalchand. So first of all, Saiba endorsed the bill to Lalchand, so the entry will be Lal Chandra account debit to bills receivable on January 1, 2014. So on January 1, 2014, first of all, Lalchand endorsed the bill to the Lalchand, and you know very well इसका कोई effect नहीं पड़ेगा in the books of Vishal. But हाँ, you know very well on the due date, that is March 4, again bill dishonored on 2014 on the same date. So in this situation, the bill is endorsed to the Lalchand. So in this situation, on March 4, the bill becomes dishonored. Dishonored की एंट्री तो यही सेम होगी इस सिचुएशन में भी. मैं बार बार इसलिए कर रहा हूँ ताकि एग्जाम में आप एरो ना दिखा के आ जाना. एंट्री विल बी सेम, बट एंट्री आपको बार बार लिखनी पड़ेगी. 10,000 बिल का, 100 रुपीज नोटिंग चार्जेस का, टोटल अमाउंट दैट इज 10,100. सो यू कैन सी दैट थर्ड सिचुएशन की एंट्री तो वही की वही है, सेम है, उसमें भी कोई चेंज नहीं हो रहा है. Okay, and what is the entry regarding the dishonor of the bill? When bill endorsed to the Lalchand. So in this situation, you know very well the entry will be, yes, correct. The entry will be drawee account debit to endorsee. So what is the name of drawee? That is Vishal. And what is the name of endorsee? That is Lalchand. यहाँ बिल मैंने उसको दिया था 10,000 का, but he recovered 10,100 from Vishal, and Lalchand recovered from the Saiba, that is 10,100. ये 100 rupees कहाँ से extra आ गया? The 100 rupees recovered for the noting charges. So this is the case number 3. Now we will move to the last case, when the bill is sent to bank for collection. So in this situation, the case number 4, when bill is endorsed to the endorsee. So in this situation, in the case number 4, when bill sent to bank for collection. So you know very well, immediately Saiba send the bill to collection on January 1, 2014. So the entry will be bills for collection account debit to bills receivable, that is 10,000 and 10,000. So पहले बिल गया कलेक्शन के लिए, so the entry will be bills for collection account debit to BR, and you know very well इस पे कोई इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ने वाला है बिल कलेक्शन के लिए. बट यू नो वेरी वेल आफ्टर द सेंडिंग द बिल to bank for collection, you know very well on the due date Vishal does not pay the amount. So in this situation the entry will be on due date, that is March 4, 2014. The entry will be Vishal account debit 10,100 to bills for collection cancel by ₹10,000 and ₹100 deducted from my bank account. ये मुझे आपको समझाना जरूरी था, because when any bill sent to bank for collection, and in this situation there are any kind of noting charges, so in this situation you have a proper knowledge about it. So the entry will be Vishal account debit 10,100 and 10,000 recovered from the bills for collection, because bills for collection account debit कितने से हुआ 10,000. तो जब ड्यू डेट पे पेमेंट नहीं हुआ बिल का, तो बिल फॉर कलेक्शन क्रेडिट कितने से होगा 10,000 से, और बैंक मेरे बिहाफ पर ₹100 पे कर देगा, जो मेरे बैंक अकाउंट से वो कट कर लेगा. आप सेकंड केस में भी देखोगे, जब भी बैंक नोटिंग चार्जेस पे कर रहा है, सो सिचुएशन में बैंक अकाउंट क्रेडिट हो रहा है. सो बिल्स फॉर कलेक्शन के कंडीशन में भी बैंक को ही नोटिंग चार्जेस देना है, और बिल के डिस्काउंट के केस में भी नोटिंग चार्जेस किसको देना है, बैंक को ही देना है. सो दोनों ही सिचुएशन में बैंक को ही नोटिंग चार्जेस देना है. दैट्स व्हाई ही विल क्रेडिटेड द बैंक अकाउंट. तो वो बैंक के अकाउंट को क्रेडिट करेगा विद द नोटिंग चार्जेस अकाउंट. So, and if we are talking about the journal entries in the books of Vishal, so you know very well Vishal के केस में journal entry same रहेगी. So this is the full solution of this question. If we are talking about the fourth cases, and you know very well, you can see that the fourth cases are given in this question. The first cases, and we pass the journal entry related to the dishonor of the bill, as well as the sales of the goods, as well as the uh, goods sold on credit, as well as the goods purchased on credit, and thereafter we are talking about the dishonor of the bill. And there are basically four cases which are related to the drawer. And the first case is when drawer retained the bill till the due date. In this situation, what entry should be passed in the books of drawer and what entry should be passed in the books of drawee. Thereafter we discussed the second condition, when bill discounted from the bank. The third one, when bill endorsed to the endorsee. And number four, when bill sent to bank for collection. So in this situation, what journal entry should be passed by the company? It is very important. And what journal entry should be passed by the drawer as well as by the drawee? We take the solution from this board, and I hope you will understand, create a better understanding regarding this topic. Let's we take one more example, one more question for your query. So you can see that the next question, almost this is the last question which are discussed by me relating to the topic, that is dishonor of the bill. And you can see that we solve almost few questions which are related to the dishonor of the bill. So let's take the last question of this topic. The question is on your screen, that is couple purchased goods for 21,000 from Gaurav on 1st January 2015 and accepted a bills of exchange drawn by Gaurav for the same amount. The bill was payable after a month. On 25 February, Gaurav sent the bill to his bank for collection. The bill was duly presented by bank, and couple dishonored the bill, and bank paid ₹100 and noting charge. Record the necessary entries in the books of above transaction in the books of Kapil and Gaurav. So you know very well, in this situation, first of all, we take the journal entries in the books of Gaurav. So, Gaurav is a seller, and you know very well, Kapil a purchaser. So you know very well in this situation, Kapil is a purchaser. So Kapil को क्या करना पड़ेगा? Purchase करना पड़ेगा. So he is a drawee and Gaurav is a drawer. So first of all, I will pass the journal entries in the books of Gaurav because Gaurav is a seller, and the journal entry which are passed in the books of Kapil, it is your homework for today. So let's we take the journal entries in the books of Kapil, and thereafter you have your homework is you will pass the journal entries in the books of Kapil. So I will tell you who's drawer and who's drawing. So let's we take the example. Let's we take the question. So what is the journal entry should be passed in the books of in the books of Gaurav? So journal entries in the books of Gaurav. And who's Gaurav? Gaurav is a drawer because कपिल ने परचेस किया तो सेल किसने किया होगा? जाहिर सी बात है सेल किसने किया होगा? ड्रॉवी ने, सॉरी गौरव ने. अगर कपिल ने परचेस किया तो सेल किसने किया? गौरव ने. सो फर्स्ट एंट्री ऑन February 1, 2015 will be, that is Kapil account debit to sales. For what amount? The amount will be 21,000. And Kapil ने क्या किया होगा? Purchase किया होगा. So let's on the same date, you know very well, Kapil ने bill को क्या कर दिया? Accept कर दिया and give to the Gaurav. So the entry will be bills receivable account to Kapil. And what is the amount of bill? That is 21,000 and 21,000. And you know very well, the bill was payable after a month. एक महीने का bill है. The due date of the bill is 1 month. So what is the due date of the bill? That is February 1 to February March, March 1, 3 plus at 4 March. So the due date of the bill is 4 March. But before the due date, you can see that the question on 25 February 2015, 25 February 2015, bill sent to bank for collection. बिल को किस लिए भेज दिया गया? कलेक्शन के लिए. So the entry will be bills for collection account debit to bills receivable. So the amount will be 21,000 and 21,000. So this is the journal entry which are passed in the books of Gaurav. And at last, the last entry which are passed in the books of Kapil is that the bill was duly presented by the bank. The couple dishonored the bill and the bank paid 100 rupees at noting charges. So you know very well on the due date. Due date पे क्या bill का collection हुआ? नहीं. So due date पे bill का collection नहीं हुआ. So you know very well what is the due date of the bill? That is March 4. So March 4 को जब bill का payment नहीं हुआ, so the what is entry which are related to the dishonor of the bill, that is couple account debit to bills for collection. So the total amount which bill is not collected, that is 21,000. The total amount which are paid as a noting charges, that is amount paid by the bank, that is 100, and total amount recovered from the couple, that is 21,100. So these are the 4 entries, the first entry, second entry, third entry and fourth entry which are passed in the books of Gaurav. Because first of all, Gaurav sold the goods to the couple, thereafter received the bill from the couple on their credit transaction. Thereafter, he sent the bill to bank for collection on February 25, and thereafter on the due date, March 4, 2014, he see that the couple dishonored the bill. So these are the journal entry which are passed in the books of Gaurav, and your homework, that is the homework for you to pass the journal entries in the books of. So the today's homework of this video, that is pass journal entries in the books of what is the name of Kapil. So I know very well इन कपिल में क्या क्या एंट्री पास होगी? इसने सेल किया तो कपिल ने क्या किया होगा? परचेस किया होगा. इसने बिल एक्सेप्ट किया, इसने इसको बिल रिसीव हुआ, इसने बिल एक्सेप्ट किया होगा. इसने बिल कलेक्शन के लिए भेजा, इससे कोई लेना देना नहीं है. और ड्यू डेट पे बिल डिसऑनर हो गया, इसकी एंट्री होगी. सो इसमें आपने 1 2 3 4 एंट्रीज, there are 4 entries which are passed in the books of Gaurav, whereas only 3 entries which are passed in the books of Kapil. So आपको ज्यादा एंट्री पास नहीं करनी है, आपको बस मैंने एक होमवर्क दे दिया 3 एंट्रीज का. सो आई होप यू विल पास the entries in the books of Kapil, and thereafter please send me the response कि आपके आंसर क्या क्या आए हैं. So in today's video you can see that we almost complete the two topics, the two very important topic of this chapter. The chapter is bills of exchange. In this chapter, first of all, we see the all the cases regarding the dishonor of the bill. And number second, in the last video as well as in the today's video, you can see that we see that we take the few questions regarding the dishonor of the bill in the different situation, and there are basically few various situations. There are basically 4 situation. 4 ही सिचुएशन है. या तो ड्रॉवर बिल को रिटेन करेगा ड्यू डेट तक, या तो बैंक से डिस्काउंट करा देगा, या तो इंडोर्स कर देगा, या तो कलेक्शन के लिए भेजेगा. यही 4 चीजें. बट ड्रॉवी क्या करेगा, ड्यू डेट पे पेमेंट कर देगा. सो द ऑनर ऑफ द बिल, इट विल बी नोन एज द ऑनर ऑफ द बिल. और जब ड्यू डेट पे पेमेंट नहीं करेगा तो इट विल बी नोन एज द डिसऑनर ऑफ द बिल. एंड यू नो वेरी वेल, डिसऑनर ऑफ द बिल के केसेस में नोटिंग चार्जेस का नाम भी आ जाता है. सो हु इज द होल्डर ऑफ द बिल, सो हु पेड द नोटिंग चार्जेस. बट अल्टीमेटली द नोटिंग चार्जेस रिकवर्ड फ्रॉम द ड्रॉवी. ये चीजें आपके दिमाग में होनी चाहिए. सो आई होप today we completed all the topics very easily. Apart from this, if you have any doubts or suggestion regarding this video, please ask me in the online classes as well in the WhatsApp group. आज के लिए इतना ही. Thank you, thanks a lot, and take care. And especially for class 11th student, it is very important news for you is that please solve all the practical problem given in your book. Please make a proper notes and please make a proper solution of all the practical problems. Okay, so take care. Bye bye.